Welcome to the Adeptus Tactica. So, you've just picked up your first Warhammer 40K army. Maybe you've built your first few minis, flipped through the rulebook, and maybe, just maybe, you tried reading your codex and instantly regretted it. Sound familiar? Let's be honest. 40K is not an easy game to learn. It has decades of evolving rules, hundreds of units, and enough special abilities to make your head spin. But the truth is, you can learn it quickly, with the right approach. So today, I'm breaking down 5 tried and tested tricks to help you get into Warhammer 40K faster, and with way less frustration. Whether you're brand new or just coming back after a break, this guide will give you a rock-solid foundation. Let's jump into it. Tip 1. Start small and scale up. The single best way to start learning 40K is to play smaller games first. I'm talking 500 points, maybe 750 at most. Why? Because at smaller game sizes, you're using fewer units, which means fewer data sheets to remember, fewer interactions to track, and far less mental overload. Think of it like this. Would you try to learn chess by playing 6 games at once, blindfolded? Of course not. But that's basically what jumping into a 2,000-point match feels like when you're new. With a 500-point game, you'll get to grips with the core turn structure. You'll actually remember what your units do, and the game will take around an hour or less, so you can get more reps, more experience, and more confidence. You'll also learn positioning basics, movement, ranges, line of sight, how to charge, how to hold objectives, all without needing an encyclopedic knowledge of the game. Once you're confident at that size, slowly scale up. Add 500 points at a time. Before long, you'll be playing full-size matches without a problem. Tip 2. Use a combat patrol. If you're not sure where to start with your faction, here's an easy answer. Start with a combat patrol. Games Workshop designed combat patrols specifically to give each army a simple, balanced introduction to 40K. The units are all compatible, the rules are contained, and you don't need to worry about building a list or getting lost in the codex. Even if you're not playing the combat patrol game mode, the units in those boxes work really well for learning standard matched play games too. The key idea here is focus. Don't try to learn your entire codex in one sitting. Master a small slice of it first. Tip 3. Master the core, rules, and universal keywords. Here's the mistake a lot of new players make. They try to memorize everything about their army. All the weapon profiles, all the abilities, all the stratagems. It's way too much. Instead, flip your thinking. Learn the core game mechanics first. Focus on the basic turn structure, movement, shooting, charging, fighting, battle shock, mission rules, and scoring. Once you understand those well, the rest of the game makes way more sense, because every unit in the game is just interacting with that core system in slightly different ways. Also, start getting familiar with universal keywords. These are the rules that show up across multiple factions and units. Things like Deep Strike, Stealth Feel No Pain, Devastating Wounds, Anti-X, Lethal Hits, Sustained, OC, or Objective Control. These concepts appear again and again, and knowing how they work will help you understand other armies too, not just your own. Learning the game is so much easier when you understand how the universal parts work first. Tip 4. Use tools and cheat sheets. Don't rely on memory, rely on tools. If you're learning 40K, there are plenty of great aids out there to help you keep games moving smoothly. Print out a one-page rules summary. This gives you a quick reminder of what each phase does. Use Battlescribe or the Warhammer 40K app to manage your army. These tools help you track points, rules, and war gear. Make index cards or sticky notes with your unit stats and key rules, especially things you keep forgetting mid-game. Create a turn checklist. Seriously, just write down what to do each turn. Movement, shooting, charging, fighting. It's simple, but it works. You're not cheating, you're learning efficiently. And here's the cool part. After a few games, you'll naturally start internalizing everything. The tools fade into the background, but they're a great safety net when you're getting started. Tip 5. Play, lose, learn, repeat. This is the most important tip on the list. The fastest way to learn 40K isn't reading rules. It's not watching battle reports. It's not even watching videos like this one. It's playing games, losing games, and learning from each one. Every game you play will teach you something. Maybe you forget to screen your backline, so now you understand how deep strike works. Maybe you charged too early, now you get the importance of timing. Maybe you forgot a stratagem, now you'll never forget it again. And don't be afraid to ask questions during a game. Most experienced players are more than happy to help a newer player learn, especially if you're being open and honest about where you're at. Just treat every game like a lesson. Reflect on what went wrong. Keep a little notebook if you want, then try again. The more you play, the more it all clicks into place. Bonus tip: play the same list multiple times. Here's a bonus tip that ties everything together. Don't keep swapping your army list. Stick with the same 500 or 1000 point list for a few games in a row. Why? Because repetition builds mastery. You start to understand not just what your units do, but how to position them, when to hold them back, and when to be aggressive. Changing your list constantly means you're always starting from scratch. Get good with what you've got. Once you feel confident, then start experimenting. Conclusion. Learning Warhammer 40K might feel like a steep climb at first, but it doesn't have to be. To recap, start small. 500-point games are your best friend. Use combat patrols to simplify your starting point. Focus on core rules and universal keywords before deep diving into combos. Use tools like cheat sheets and apps to ease the learning curve. And most importantly, play the game, lose games, and learn every time. Stick with it. 40K is a brilliant, rewarding game once it clicks. You'll be amazed how much you improve in just a few weeks. If this helped you out, consider liking the video and subscribing for more beginner-friendly 40K tips, guides, and tactics. And let me know in the comments, what part of the game are you struggling with right now? I'd love to help out where I can. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next battle. If you're looking to get more insider knowledge from the Adeptus Tactica, then consider subscribing to the chapter. Good day, and may the Emperor protect.